Hello everybody, Dan Alder here. Welcome back to Patanjali's Yoga Sutras for the new millennium. Today we're looking at the 12th sutra from the first chapter. Here it is. Practice and non-attachment. They cease. So I will explain to you exactly what this means, but before I do, here's Shri to articulate this sutra for us. Thanks, mate.
अभ्यास वैराग्याभ्याम तन्निरोधः.
Beautiful. And I'll have a go as well. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam tanirodha. So what does this sutra mean exactly? Well, the first word, abhyasa, means practice or discipline. Next word, vairagya, means non-attachment or indifference. The next word is actually a suffix, and it means two things. So it's joined on the end of these first two words, abhyasa vairagyabhyam. So these two things, practice and non-attachment, together. And then we have the final word, tanirodha, they cease, which is a combination of two words, tat nirodha. They cease, or that ceases. What ceases? Well, the fluctuations of our mind cease with practice and through non-attachment. So to help explain this sutra a little more, I'm going to take you back to the first sutra and just very, very quickly read through each of them until we get back to sutra number 12 here. Let's start. Okay. This part of the Yoga Sutras, the first 51 sutras, is called Samadhipada. Pratamaha Samadhipadaha. First Samadhi part. And then Sutra 1. Now, yoga instruction. This is Patanjali's statement of intent to teach us yoga. Then Patanjali defines yoga for us so that we know exactly what it is that he means by the word yoga. He says, yoga is mind fluctuation cessation. Immediately upon the mind's fluctuations coming to stillness, the seer's nature resides. The seer's nature is stillness. Oh. Fluctuations of identity in times other than when the seer's nature resides. These fluctuations of identity come in 5 types, and we'll experience them as being troubling or not troubling. Those 5 types of fluctuations are named as correctness, mistakenness, indecision, sleepiness, and memory. The first one, correctness, can be identified through visual inspection, by inference, logic and reason, and through traditional doctrine. The second one, mistakenness or error, is described as being false knowledge which does not occur in nature or is not nature-based. The third one, indecision, we're told that words, knowledge, and progress are the objects absent during indecision. So while we're undecided, we have no words, knowledge, and there is no progress. The fourth one, about sleepiness, we're told that an absence of analysis sustains fluctuations of sleepiness. So if we're experiencing sleepiness, we will experience more sleepiness Because we're not concentrating. Concentration keeps the mind sharp. And then memory is the fifth of those fluctuations mentioned. And it's defined as being perceived content not allowed to drop away. So yoga is the cessation of the fluctuations of the mind. And the fluctuations of the mind are correctness, mistakenness, indecision, sleepiness, and memory. When all five of those fluctuations have ceased, the sea as nature resides. Or you have the ultimate in peaceful experiences. Now, how, as yoga practitioners, do we get those fluctuations to cease? Back to number 12. They cease through practice and non-attachment. So practice is, like I mentioned before, discipline. So if you want to get better at anything, whether it's hitting a ball or playing piano or meditating, you have to go back to that learning process and just begin wherever you are and persist. That's how we get better at things. But one of the other tools or techniques that Patanjali is telling us to use is vairagya, non-attachment, indifference. Now, imagine that you wanted to get better at piano and you practice piano each day. But every day that you practice, you get frustrated at yourself because you're not able to accomplish this piece of music that is beyond your ability to play. That is attachment, because you're attached to wanting to play this piece of music. And that really steals the joy out of doing it. But what if you sat at the piano and you were unconcerned about whether at the end of this session you would be able to play that piece of music? If you could, that'd be great. And if you can't, that would also be great. And so you practice not because of the end result, but because of the process itself. Because there is so much to learn in practice. So while we're practicing meditation, while we're trying to bring the mind's fluctuations to stillness, it's only natural that you're going to be judgmental about your progress, that you're going to have good days and bad days. But the more we assess ourselves as we move along the path, the more fluctuations we're going to create. And so if we're indifferent to the outcome, it's actually going to keep the mind much calmer, much more peaceful, and more likely lead us to stillness, the sea is nature. So I really hope that makes sense, everybody. In a nutshell, we can attain yoga, mind fluctuation cessation, through practice and through not being concerned about whether we do well or do poorly. We just simply do. All right, before you go, give me another minute of your time if you don't mind. I have to let you know, if you don't already, that Shri and I have got this awesome book. It is beautiful, it is informative, and contained within it are even better explanations than what I give you on YouTube here. Because I just go off the cuff here on YouTube, nothing's scripted, whereas I took a lot of time to find the words to express my thoughts while writing this book. If you would like one of these, there is my website address. These are only 20 Australian dollars and it's $9.95 for postage anywhere within Australia. And if you're overseas, I can get one to you as well, but shoot me an email. You can get that address off my website, and I'll let you know exactly what those postage and shipping costs are. Thank you everyone for listening. As always, have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time. So long.